What's up, everybody? My name is Coach Jacob Cabazzuto. I'm the head trainer over at Cab Training. My full-time job is to help football players get faster. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys the most common sprint error I see with football players. Now, when I train a football player, this is really the most common thing that I see. And I'm going to explain a concept first, and then I'm going to explain all of the underlying issues that come from emphasizing one aspect of this versus another. I'm going to be talking about backside versus front side motion. So when an athlete is sprinting, front side motion, the more desirable aspect of the sprint, the one that we got to maximize, is when that leg is in the front side of the body, cycling in front of the body. Backside motion is when that leg is cycling in the backside of our body. So if we were to cut our body in half like this, backside to front side. Now, a bunch of issues can come about if these are thrown out of balance. And you'll probably never see someone with too much front side motion and not enough backside motion. It's usually too much backside motion and not enough front side motion. So I'll show you guys pretty much 3 basic errors that come about from having way too much backside motion. First off is our pelvic tilt. Usually the cause of that backside motion is a pelvic tilt. So if our pelvis is tilted forward like this, it's a lot easier to swing this leg back up and show the bottom of our foot to the sky, and it's a lot harder to drive our knees up. So if my shoulders are forward like this, it takes a whole lot more effort for me to drive my knees up versus when my pelvis is tilted straight up, my knee goes up relatively easily. And so that pelvic tilt is really the underlying cause most of the time of too much backside motion. The other error that results as from too much backside motion is that we land out in front of ourselves. So it's this chain reaction. Pelvic tilt leads to big old backswing, leads to falling in front of ourselves, and that causes a whole lot of issues to happen. First, it slows down your stride because your foot takes too long on the ground. 2, it increases your risk of hamstring injury. And 3, you're not able to drive your knees up enough and create enough force into the ground. So you're consistently just breaking yourself and causing yourself to slow down. So how do we fix this? There's a lot of different things that we can do to fix this imbalance between front side and backside motion. The first thing that we want to do is we want to work on wall posture holds. A lot of kids and athletes of all ages, they struggle with having good enough knee drive, and they kick their legs too far behind them when they're accelerating. So in the short part of their sprint, so when they're in their forward lean, because a lot of people have been told since they were little to stay low. And what they do is they stay low by leaning their shoulders forward, tilting their pelvis, and the cycle gets all thrown off. And so what we want to do is we get our hands up against the wall, create a 45-degree angle between our body and the wall, and we do a wall posture hold. And so this is just getting ourselves used to holding that posture and being front side when we're accelerating. The second thing that I want you to do to improve, to make those backside mechanics and front side mechanics more efficient is wicket sprints. I absolutely love wicket sprints just simply because it's the closest thing to running normal, and it's reinforcing good technique. It's very hard to do wickets with terrible technique. And so what we want to do is we want to space the wickets out an appropriate distance. Now, if you have a middle school athlete, you'll probably be anywhere between 5 and 5.5 feet distance between hurdles or cones. I recommend just getting cones. You don't have to spend a lot of money on hurdles, but if you set the cones up 5 to 5.5 feet apart, then they're probably a good distance. If you have a high school athlete doing these, it's probably anywhere between 5.5 and 6.5 feet between the cones, so the strides are proper, right? You want to be smooth going through this. You want your body to be upright. You want the knees to be driving and the foot to strike right down underneath your center of mass. And so wicket sprints, posture holds, and really when we do these things, it's all about targeting that pelvic tilt, and it's also just controlling those hips, being able to put a lot of force into the ground and make our stride efficient. A lot of you are probably really strong, but you're not fast because you're not putting force into the ground at the right direction. And those 2 exercises are going to help you immensely in the acceleration and the top end part of your sprint. So I hope this video helped you guys. If you're dealing with too much backswing when you're running in the acceleration phase or in the top end max velocity phase, comment below and I'll give you a little bit more help in the comments. But I hope this video helped you guys a lot. If you guys need more drills and exercises, I would highly recommend checking out my online platform. It's $20 a month for over 250 video exercises, video demonstrations of exercises and drills. There's programs in there, there's full workouts in there, there's nutrition tips in there, the works are in there, and I want you guys to get better. So that is one of the best ways to get better using CAB training. So I really appreciate you guys watching this. Hit the like button, share with a friend, and subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and let's get better today.